Buradaki kadınlardan deneyim paylaşabilirler, kendi deneyimi aktarabilirler ve bu her iki taraf için çok önemli. Umarım bu birkaç gün bizim için, hepimiz için çok faydalı geçecek.
We bring them together to discuss together and how to implement, how to change the existing economic model, how to replace it with subsistence production and with a sustainability of life at the center. This is how we construct our action strategy around it, around this question to solve. And it is something that we cannot find one practice, but it has different practices, as we see here, depending on the local context and political background of each country, cultural experiences we have. So we come up with different practices in each local communities. So we share our solutions to the problems we are facing at local level, but in fact they are not local problems. They are the reflections of global problems, which is created by systems of oppression, which is capitalism, patriarchy, racism, colonialism, and heterosexism.
My name is Madina and I came from Kyrgyzstan.
Hello, once more, I am Marika. I am representing the Ukraine.
My name is Nina and I work with Red Caucasus.
My name is Ali and I work for WCF Georgia.
Herkese merhaba. Ben Nur Karaözcan. Merhaba. Atiye Sönmez Erdoğdu ben. Merhaba. Saniye Uysal. Hello, Agnes here from Eastern Georgia. Hello.
Hello everyone. My name is Violeta. I came from Poland.
I am Ella from Egypt. My name is Yana. I'm from Moldova.
My name is Maria from Brazil.
My name is Maria. And I come from Egypt.
Hello, my name is Jessica.
I'm Susanna. I'm from Macedonia.
Robert, Natalia.
Selam, Türker Rütüsüoğlu. Manisa Alaşehir, Türkiye'den geliyorum.
This training is one of the means to construct ourselves as a political subject. So we created International Feminist Organizing School, named after Berta Cáceres, who was killed in 2016 in Honduras. World March of Women has a four action field at global level. Feminist economy is one of them, and it is central to our proposals for feminist alternatives. In order to put life at the center, not market economy, it needs to be based on agroecology and food sovereignty. So this is one of the most important action field of the World March of Women as a political international feminist movement.
In the World March of Women are standing for life by trying to put life at the center. And we also believe that the answers are already happening, that women are at the forefront of this fight to put our lives, the continuation of our lives, in an eco-dependent manner and an interdependent manner. And what does that mean? The recognition that we are nature, that nature is not something outside of us that we can extract from, but rather that it is something we are part of and that we need of. And once we see this interdependency and this eco-dependency, we no longer see people, women, or nature as something to be taken a profit from, but rather something we need to learn how to live with. And that's what it means to put life at the center.
üreticilerin, çiftçilerin aslında gerçek söz hakkı olması gereken insanların burada olması ve bu söz üretmesi benim için feminizme ve feminist mücadeleyi tanımlayan şeylerden biri.
As the march, we do not only struggle for gender equality between men and women, but we also struggle from the very beginning to have equality. We are against inequalities between rich and poor and between developed and undeveloped countries at the same time. Sheryl Sandberg wrote a book about how to break glass ceiling. Some feminists, black feminists, they criticize it. It is good you are breaking glass ceiling, but remember there are women who are cleaning the pieces of glass on the ground. So they call it is a feminism for 1%. And our point, our grassroots feminism is the point from 99%.
We understand, I think, a certain connection with agroecology, with food sovereignty. So, as we heard in the morning, a lot of you, I mean, most of you are working in food sovereignty and agroecology and the agricultural field. For me, or for us actually, the technicalities can vary. You can do something, I can like or dislike it, but it's not the point. It's actually, the question is about why are we doing this, right? Why are you planting those seeds? Why are you collecting such seeds? Why are we planting, right? Why are the cooperatives being made, right? Why are women making cooperatives? So by questioning this, all the answers go back to the system, right? We make cooperatives because there's a system that's oppressing the farmers. There's a system that's abusing the farmers and is not allowing them to produce, to get enough food, to get enough water, to get enough money, right? Why are we planting our seeds? Why do we think, this question is for all of you. Why do you think that today we need to collect those seeds that historically all of these women have been doing them like they're doing everything else?
Seed, it's the main inputs in agriculture, and seed is life. So every food that most of the foods that we need, it depends to the seeds. And the farmers has a very big history, very long story to domesticate these seeds. And they exchange these seeds, they produce their seeds and their foods, and they make their cultures for more than 1,000 years. And after that, I think in the past 100 years ago, some international interactions and some international processes and something like that try to control the seeds. And for me, it means that these peoples wants to control the food of the people. So the seed is really important, and because that we are fighting with these processes, and we are looking and we are following the seed sovereignty, because we think that the farmers have a right to use, to exchange, to store, breed, and also sell their seeds, and they need to and they need these issues, and nobody in no place cannot control and patent these important things for agriculture.
We, the peasant, the people, the community of seed savers, we know our rights. It's the way of our living, and seed saving, it's the part of our culture, our everyday life. And because of the people behind us, our grandmothers and people before them, women before them, we have biodiversity. We have food, we have our traditions.
In the traditional food production systems, women are the main actors. They are the ones who are working in the land and are the ones who are processing the food. They are also the ones who are fishing, or at least cleaning the fish, preparing the nets. They are mostly the herders in the mountains. So they have always been the main player in traditional food systems. With the industrial food system that have taken place during the last 100 years, this has changed. So it became more in the hands of men and corporations. Agroecology, to a great extent, is dependent on feminism, so it's a feminist phenomenon, but it also is something that can support feminism, in the sense that when we apply agroecology, we are also supporting the feminist ideas and also supporting the women farmers, the girls working on the land. So it's two-way relationship.
Ürün getirebildim. Et sosları, makarna sosları.
Makarna. Size çok çok selam söylüyorum.
Seed sovereignty is a very important issue for us, especially because it affects women living in rural areas and especially in vulnerable communities. Access to native seeds and also climate-smart agriculture practices is something that guarantees sustainable development and also guarantees the well-being and health of the communities. And it is women that usually are in charge of all of this, in charge of taking care of their farms, even their small gardens, if they have a smaller scale farms. So for us, it is very important to include women in the decision-making process as well as in the exchange of knowledge and experiences.
So it is important to push this proposal because it has been already implemented and practiced by women and for women in many societies, many communities, at every level in many countries. We see that solidarity economy practices and women struggling to save the seeds and food sovereignty at the same time together with our feminist struggle. So this is something that as a feminist movement we cannot ignore, and so we need to value this fact and practice in our action field. It is a proposal of grassroots feminism, and feminist economy is being proposed, defended, elaborated by grassroots feminists all over the world at local, regional and global level.